I'm sitting here this morning watching NFL Live, and one of those usual conversations comes up about NFL players who could have played in other sports. I decided to put a team together of players who were really good at football. I hear all the time how you don't have to be a great athlete to play baseball. While I agree with that on a general stance, you don't have to be a great athlete to play baseball. That doesn't mean the overwhelming majority of people who play it aren't great athletes, and it certainly doesn't apply at the major league level. For every 39-year-old Albert Pujols, I give you 20 Billy Hamiltons and Trey Turners and Byron Buxton. There are some phenomenal athletes in MLB that could have been drafted in other sports. You see other sport athletes get drafted by major league teams all the time, but let's be honest, that's because there's like 50 rounds. You have enough fingers to count the amount of rounds in an NFL draft. So we're gonna go position by position here, starting in center field with Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge's senior year, he caught 17 touchdowns. I mean, he's 6'7". We're gonna have his milestone card in center field. Next to him in right field is gonna be Jock Peterson. This has become a popular one over the last 2 years, ever since the internet found out that Jock Peterson was wide receiver 1 over Devontae Adams in high school. I can't stop thinking about it. Jock caught 14 touchdown passes his junior and senior year of high school, longest being a 75-yarder, and I'm sure him and Devontae were just a nightmare to deal with. We got out in left field, Kirk Gibson, who was actually drafted, one of the few guys in Major League Baseball who were actually drafted by an NFL team. He was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals. He did not ever actually step out onto the field. Of course, he had a long, successful MLB career, but Kirk Gibson was one of the top guys who probably could have played both sports. Obviously, a lot of guys on this list played high school at an extremely high level, probably could have played D1 at a high level. Some of the guys on this list did play D1 at a high level. Jumping to the NFL is a huge gap. I'm not saying everyone would do that, but Kirk Gibson, he would have played in the NFL. On the infield, we're going to start at first base, another notorious one, Todd Helton. Todd Helton played quarterback at the University of Tennessee. He was the starting quarterback over Peyton Manning. Obviously, he was 2 years older than Peyton, but as we've seen, when Peyton got under center, he was immediately one of the best quarterbacks in the country, which tells me the gap between Peyton Manning and Todd Helton wasn't wide enough for them to make that flop. Todd Helton was an unbelievably good quarterback. He then went on to be a 5-time All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger, 3-time Gold Glove winner, and he hit 369 home runs. Just like Jock Peterson, it's the simple fact that he was, even for just a day, at a higher level than a guy that was that good is impressive and noteworthy. Good for Todd Helton. Peyton is a top 3 quarterback. Then at second base, Jackie Robinson. Obviously, this is kind of cheating a little bit. The farther back you go in time, the more dual and multi-sport athletes you will find. Matter of fact, if you didn't know, Jackie Robinson actually had a brother named Mac who was also a multi-sport athlete, one of the best track runners in the world. And shortstop, Brandon Crawford, Giants fan, Giants Hall of Famer, lifelong California native, was a 3-sport athlete in high school. It was really hard for me to find a shortstop for this team, I'm gonna be honest. But Brandon Crawford played football in high school, and that was the requirement here. It's the one position I didn't have many options. At third base, however, we had a very good option. Josh Donaldson was a 2-side of the ball player. He set his high school record for interceptions his senior year at 11. Ball hawk Josh Donaldson? And played wide receiver, DB, and punted. He also punted. And of course, Joe Mauer, another infamous one, turned down an opportunity to go play quarterback at Florida State, a prestigious football program. Joe Mauer was also very good at basketball, might I note, while we're sitting here. He's going to be our starting catcher today, but I'm going to immediately go down to the bench and mention my guy, JT Realmuto, who, if I had a finest card, may have considered starting him over Joe Mauer, but let's be honest, you can't do that. Joe Mauer with a Florida State scholarship that he turned down, that's insane. JT Realmuto, if you didn't know, was a dual threat quarterback in high school. He threw for 1,900 yards and rushed for 1,400 yards his senior season with a quarterback rating of 108. He had 45 touchdowns to 10 turnovers. What? Also on our bench, gonna have Billy Hamilton, who was an all-state wide receiver. Torrey Hunter was a very good football player, and his son actually went on and played football at Notre Dame, two-sport athlete playing football and baseball. Giancarlo Stanton was recruited by Pete Carroll to play tight end at USC, obviously turned that down. And Ken Griffey Jr., who, if you didn't know, obviously he was drafted out of high school, so you didn't see a whole lot of it. Ken Griffey Jr. was very good at football. His son ended up on the Pittsburgh Steelers, if you didn't know that. And on the mound for us is going to be live series Brandon Woodruff, who I looked at the stats. They didn't look great. I couldn't find any other pitchers to use. So this is who we're rocking with. I'm going to go full God Squad bullpen just to give us a chance. Lineup's going to be Brandon Crawford, Jackie Robinson, Joe Mauer, Aaron Judge, Todd Helton, Josh Donaldson, Jock Peterson, and Kirk Gibson. Did I miss anyone? Seriously, I'm not a total expert on this. I did a solid hour of research before I jumped into the video. I did my due diligence, but I probably missed a guy or two or an article I couldn't find. Let me know down below what other MLB athletes are extremely underrated and were really good at other sports. Like these guys are incredible athletes. I actually think it's kind of a cool thing that baseball, the strike zone is dependent on the player's size. So like anyone can play this sport. You're not handicapped at all based on your size in this sport. Or no knock on other sports, you are. Your natural height, length, size makes a difference in those other sports. Tall, short, wide, thin, husky build, lanky build. Athletes come in all shapes and sizes. If you watch boxing and MMA, you will see it more clearly than anything else. There are some 250-pound dudes that look like they hang out in a Burger King parking lot that can do things you would never even... By the way, before we hop into the game, if you haven't already downloaded Underdog Fantasy, go ahead and do that. They will match your first deposit up to $100 if you use code Shelfy. They will double your money on the first deposit. On the road, and he's going with an opener? Dennis Eckersley in an all-parallel 4 squad. What? And then that ball's crushed. It's a little off the end of the bat, but the curveball hung right out over the plate. It just stays in the yard. We were just a centimeter from hitting that out. It's on the dead spot of the PCI. We were just underneath. Oh, no. Got decent exit velo, too. Here comes Jackie. We're batting 405 with him online. I haven't played with him too much. Oh, that's not a good swing. That sinker had a ton of late run. That was a good pitch. Okay. 3-0 to Joe Mauer. Aaron Judge on deck. I'd love to get him in there. Let's go. We got that man on. And now Aaron Judge, I'm looking for that sinker. Belt high in. I need him to miss out over the plate right here. Miss right here. He dotted it. No! It looks so good out of the hand, but that sinker of Eckersley actually has a lot of late run. That's twice I thought he missed out over the plate. It got in on the hands. I got to get that movement down. Once I do, we're jumping on this guy. Already know what his sequence are. Tommy Edman flies out to center. Love to just get through a lot of one time with Woodruff. We're the away teams. We can get through the lineup a little bit quicker here too, which is nice. I haven't switched my uniform since I did that Dansby Swanson Cubs video last week. It's a good changeup. Got it to roll it over. My QB1 makes the play at first base. 0-2 on the slider. Jose Ramirez is one of the hardest guys in this game to strike out. His swing radius covers so much ground, almost regardless of timing. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. I gotta care a little bit. Donaldson. That ball explodes off the bat. It's a hanging splitter. We didn't all the way get it, but he got penalized for location there. Chest high splitter out over the plate. And Donaldson, 101 off the bat. That's my cornerback. Jock, there's nobody over there, Jock. He still beat it out. Wide receiver 1. Athlete. This man is an athlete. Bing. Uh-oh, we're rallying. Oh my gosh, I was in the middle of commentating a first to third rally, and he made a diving 6-4-3. Who is that guy, and why didn't he play football? I need him on my squad. Even if he ties it up this inning on the live series, I won't hate that. We're going to score more, but I didn't want to do that. Couldn't quite locate a corner ball there. And now Brian Reynolds is going to step in. Two-seam down and away 0-1. Now that's a great pitch. That sets us up here. Throw over once just so he knows we're thinking about him. Quick pitch the slider. What a check. That's amazing. 2-1 fastball. Dude, Brandon Woodruff, you are killing me right now. Freddie Freeman on deck. And Woodruff just can't hit a spot. Roll this to second. That works. Judge has a fire hose. He's got a fire hose. Does he run on him? He does not. Now the cutter in. Beautiful. There's the pop-up. Brings up Adley Rutschman, who is not going to get a strike with Randy Johnson on deck. And he hits a single. Can somebody please pick the ball up? Okay. All right, I'm okay with that. No runner crosses the plate. Now here comes the pitcher spot, which at the very least, let's get Randy Johnson out of the game. He's going to go to Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to go to the bullpen as well, but I also want to check and see. He's got Roy Halladay warming up. All right, so he's pulling out all the stops here of subs early. Backdoor cutter. Bro, I can't hit the black to save my life here. What is going on? What is happening? Torrey Hunter with a line drive out to center. He just wants it more, man. Fly ball left center. We're lucky that didn't go out. That probably leaves a lot of ballparks. That's a deep gap out there. Jose Ramirez inside out to sinker, but grounds out to second. We got to score the next run or 3 in this game, but getting 1 or 2 by like the 6th inning would be huge. It's a good slider way out in front. Brad Hand, a 1-2-3 inning. Joe Mauer's going to lead it off. We got to get to work here on Roy Halladay. That ball's ripped. Aaron Judge now out to left. We have a base runner. We turn on something here. Let's go. Oh, I said we went on the check, and now it's 1-2. That's a good sinker. Very good sinker. Todd Helton! Crushed! QB1! QB1 makes it a 1-run game. Come on, baby. Swings over a first pitch slider. Haven't had too many first pitch chase swings. Now we'll go sinker and another bad swing. We've got the momentum back in this one. For sure. Good curve. Ground ball to short. As sure-handed as it gets in Brandon Crawford. 2 down. We get through this one clean. Come on, baby. A second inning of work from Brad Hand after scoring the last 2 runs would be big. Trevor Story's a tough matchup here, though. Backdoor slider, and he rolls it to short. That'll do it. Brandon Crawford makes the play. 3 up, 3 down. 6 up, 6 down in total for Brad Hand. Curve! No! Yo, I can't lay off that curveball just inside. It looks like it's dropping in out over the plate. It almost has a little bit of inward movement at the last second. It's fooling. Brandon Crawford, though, gets a hanging curveball. He drills it to center. Jackie Robinson's going to get one to bleed. That's a base hit early on that ball. Way out in front on that ball. Joe. I pushed the PCI on the cutter. Had a good movement there. Good take. 2 on now with 1 out. Here comes Todd Helton. He's already gone yard once. That one missed. It's 1-2. He can't quite locate these 2-strike pitches. I got a good eye right now. We have a very good eye right now. We were seeing Felix Bautista and Todd Helton. His second of the game. Gives us the lead and an insurance run. Perfect, perfect. QB1. Jock. Annihilated. Sayonara. Felix Bautista getting bombs. Now Kirk Gibson drives a cutter. Mike Trout with the sliding snag. Let me live, man. Ground ball to third. Josh Donaldson snags. Mike Trout giveth, and we taketh away. Fly ball center. 2 down. He did not react well to that pitch. The only danger here is the shift is on. That one missed out over the plate. We're lucky it wasn't a homer. I'll take a double there. That easily could have been a no-doubter. Freeze him. Freeze him. That's right down the Ground ball to first. Todd Helton will make the play. We go into the 7th up by 1. Jackie! A little bit in on the barrel. We ground out the shortstop. Quick inning for him and Chapman. That was rough. Let's keep pitching. Chapman's going to lead off, which means he's probably getting lifted. Billy Wagner, come on down. Got Tommy Edman on deck. Ken Griffey Jr. due up third. He's got Mondesi. Okay, so he's not down. He's got not much left on his bench. We got to remember that if he gets back to the bottom of the order next time through. Gonna go bunt defense here on Mondesi. See if we can get him to swing over top of a first pitch changeup. Yes, sir. Now the curveball down and in. He inside outs it for a single. Mondesi's on with his 99 speed. Pops it up. That's big. One pitch, one out on Tommy Edman. Now Griffey's going to come up lefty-lefty. Good take. That's a great check right there. Fouls it off. He hesitated to swing at that because he was looking in. Roll that. Oh, it's too far down, Billy. It's too far down. Yes, sir. Way out in front. Brandon Crawford, strong throw to first. 4-6-3 double play gets us out of the inning. I was challenging him there, but I was not challenging him in. He was dead, clearly sitting inside that entire at-bat. Now Todd Helton, that's his third hit of the game. Josh Donaldson! Bang! Our second two-homer game. Todd Helton, who was on the bases, has two. Josh Donaldson has two. 9-6. Good change up there. It's 0-2. Trying to get another inning of work out of Wagner, and then we'll go to Nathan in the ninth. Ha! We got a check swing strikeout on Jose Ramirez. That deserves a medal. Slide it. Nasty. Jock, I need that wide receiver 1 speed out of you. Oh, boy. Aaron Judge, lefty off Wagner once again, makes it a 1-run game. Beautiful sinker. That'll do it for the 8th, but he gets 2. He gets that homer back. This game's been insane. Frederick, you look horrible in those Mets jerseys, man. JT Realmuto gonna hit for Joe Nathan, and we're gonna have Chapman come out for the 9th inning now. We need another run. I need the insurance run. We're going for it. Oh my goodness. Adley lines out the center. Thankfully, he was on the late side of good. If he was early, it might have gone. I will go slider. Fouls it off again. That one actually got too much plate. We're lucky he wasn't all over that. Slider now. Too much plate. Oh my goodness. He can walk it off. Slider. I didn't get a great release on that one. That one was entirely on me. He's got a base runner now with 2 down, and it's Ken Griffey Jr. lefty. Good sinker. Beautiful pitch. Another foul back. The amount of foul balls this inning is just scaring me, man. Oh no. Oh. He missed right down the middle. But we win it 9-8. That was insane. That was one of the craziest games I've played in all year. GG's to that guy. The football player squad build, inspired by NFL Sunday morning. Leading up to the games today. We're still about 30 minutes away from kickoff. I don't know when I'm going to get this video up today. It might be before the Sunday night game on a little nightcap. Either way, if you enjoyed, hit that thumbs up down below. Let me know if I missed anybody in the comment section. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Say it with your chest now.